Okay. I have another question, which is coming for anybody. Is directed to Dr. Victoria, but anybody who can answer also can jump in. Uh, Many people used to say that as we have physical and emotional abuse, some people think one is worse than the other. What is your take on it?
Well, I want
Can I
to
say
think.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing is, what they always say, every case is unique, you know. So usually I wouldn't say one is worse, depending on the force that is being exerted. You can beat somebody and the person dies straight up. Of course, that is worse. But then you can, I think one of the panelists also mentioned, or one of our sisters just mentioned here, that psychological violence is like slow poison, and that is actually it too. It's also very bad. We've had people who've committed suicide because of psychological and emotional violence. That is also very bad. Like I said, every case is unique and it depends on the force exerted on it. But most people would prefer that you rather give them even just like the kick and go your way, than pouring them or giving them that just keep bombarding them with words that will make them suffer for a long time. And it's not just words. Sometimes just ignoring someone is domestic violence. You can't be at home with a partner and you are ignoring the person. People have been depressive just because of that and have died because of that. So it depends on the force exerted and what is actually being done. I can't actually just come outrightly and say, no, this one is worse and this one. You have to look at each case and look at what the person is going through. And that's what we always want, that no, don't just say this person, it happened with this, it happened with this person. Look at every person's case because it is unique. Talk to the person, try to like get things out of the person, and that's why counseling centers are very important. Encourage people to go there and talk out their situations, because one can actually be dying without someone knowing. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. I think that was very, very straight to the point. But without wasting your time, I'm going to move on to the second question. And this is directed to Dr. Vero. And what are some of the causes of domestic violence? What do you think? What are those things that trigger or cause domestic violence?
Okay,
Over to you.
thank you, Lady T, for that question. And again, I mentioned that whatever I'll be sharing is based on really what I've read. And so domestic violence, as Dr. Faison was mentioning, it's really varied, and an individual case is very different, and there is no one cause of domestic violence. But one thing that I want us to take home as we are going today is that we should remember that domestic violence, whoever is perpetuating it's a choice. You know, it's not what you did. Even if after someone does something to you, they will say it's because you did this or because you did that to me. Know that you are not the reason for whatever action the person is, whatever the behavior or whatever they are trying to show or to cause, or the emotional trauma that they are trying to inflict on you, the physical, the assault and everything. Know that it is not really, you are not the reason for why they are acting like that. So whenever someone is experiencing domestic violence, you should never blame yourself. Yeah, it's whoever is perpetrating is really the person's choice. Even if you could do everything possible to please somebody, but someone who is an abusive partner, again, because of their ego or what they want, because they want to control, they want that power, there is just nothing you can do, or you can say that will really cause them to do whatever they are doing to you. So it is really because they have chosen to act the way they are acting. So that said, we do have, there are some factors that can cause somebody to have that inclination to cause harm to their partner. You know, it could be that they could be individual, you know, as an individual, maybe you have a low self-esteem, you have grown up seeing, you know, abuse around you. And yeah, then you have that inclination to, you know, be an abusive partner. Those factors also you could have, they could be societal, you know, like in situations or cultural or psychological disorders in some people. So those type of risk factors can lead someone to, you know, be abusing their partner. And again, whoever is being abused, the victim, there is nothing you should do, whatever that should be causing that person to harm you or to do such bad things to you. You also have like the community, you know, community factors. Maybe there are those people who perpetrate abuse, they are not being, for example, they are not being punished. You know, the laws around someone who abuses the partner, they know that they can go scotch-free, so they do whatever they can do. Then you also have factors like relational factors. Some people will be, you know, they don't know how to be in conflict situations. They are jealous, they are just possessive, they don't know how to handle conflict. They just want that dominance and control, you know. And also they could just be families experiencing economic stress. They don't know how to associate, they are just aggressive. Again, this is from how they relate with people. And it could also be that they have a history of experiencing physical discipline as a child, you know. So those are some of the factors that could, they don't directly cause domestic violence, but they could make it that someone can have that inclination to be abusive to their partner. And I will stop at that if there is any.
Thank you very much, Dr. Vero. Thank you very much. I don't know, anyone wanting to add?
Yep. Madam Moderator, I want to chip in something.
Yeah.
Causes. What causes domestic violence? When we look on families and friends, we see when you see a couple living together, the problem may not be from them. The partners will be from families or from friends. They cause problems and you start fighting and they are not there. I think the Bible clearly puts a man. Sorry, there's noise. The Bible tells us a man will cling to his wife, leave his family and cling to his wife, and the two become one. I am not, I've not gone to theoretical school to know detailing, but my understanding, it is not that you completely abandon your family. It is that the two of you, you are in control, you the man, of your home. It is not your family to control your home, nor is the family of the wife to control your home. When once the two of you have decided to live together, it means—
What's all this?
It means it is the husband is the head of the family. And the Bible tells us again the wife should be submissive, and the husband should love the wife as Christ loved the church. I saw somewhere where somebody tried to bring out this logic. God wanted to show the church, to show how the church should be, and decided to create a family. If a man cannot control a family, that is the smallest unit, it will be difficult for you to control wherever you go. I read somewhere, if life is a stress, then marriage is the center of stress. Because marriage, if you are not ready to forgive and forget, that is to forgive, let me not say forgive, forget, because it's difficult. I was talking about causes. What causes domestic violence? When families or friends come together and try to dictate to the wife or the husband, maybe behind, or when the two of them are there, you don't know the impact. Some men want to show, yes, if I leave it like this woman will feel I am weak. Then a woman from a background where they are better than the husband, the family also wants to come and control the man. And when the man loses his power as a man in the house because of financial support from the woman, it causes domestic violence, because the man is just there, like history will say, a barking dog that cannot bite. You are just a man. I think I can end there.
Thank
Lady
you
T,
very
sorry,
much.
okay.
Yes, thank you very much. Sorry, I have this little one just coming here to disturb. So thank you very much, Mildred. I don't know who else would want to react. I see Judith Kumla. Judith, over to you. Unmute yourself, please. Unmute yourself, Judith, please.
Okay.
Okay, now it's
it now. Thank you. About the causes of domestic violence, there's one cause that I miss here, that in our society is very rampant. There is one thing, when two people come together, it's a personal decision of the two people. And in our community, it is looked upon now as a communal decision. And that goes away to affect us, because today, when we say partnership, love, and everything, it should be there for a partner to function. But we see partnership that's no more functioning, or people that their interest is somewhere else, either the man or the woman, the interest is somewhere else. They would like it. They have a different partner. And because the community entails them to stay in the relationship, they become abusive, because they come back and the partner they have now is like poison to them. And I think our community should be a bit, or maybe it's our culture, because of our cultural background, that you feel that you have to please the culture by sitting somewhere and then you maltreat somebody because you don't like the person, just decide, you become abusive. And that is one cause that we should let our community know, that especially our youth, if the relationship is, if you have your interest somewhere, you can feel free to say, this one is not working, I'm building a new one, which will be good for all. because that is the most rampant cause of violence in our community. That's what I think.
Okay, thank you very much, Ju. Yaki, I know this is delving into your area where you're going to be discussing.